Hello lovelies, I am Angela and this is Parisienne Farm Girl and my refrigerator. I thought I would start this episode of what our family of 8 eats during the week, during the fall, in the place where we store our food. I used to have an all fridge. It was a restaurant refrigerator. You've probably noticed in other episodes, I never keep my refrigerator in the kitchen because the noise makes me a little crazy. So I always kept it in the boot room. The problem was I would go on my big grocery runs, I would fill that space, and everything in the back of the fridge would go rotten because I would forget it was there. So Joel built me this 8x8 cooler in our garage, which is very convenient because here in northern Wisconsin, it doesn't hardly cost us any electricity for about 5 months of the year to keep our food chilled. So I want to show you around and just talk to you a little bit about our food storage, and then I'm going to share with you what our family of 8 eats during the week during the fall.
Enchanté.
Of course, this is a shameless opportunity to plug my cookbook, so if you don't have a copy of From France to the Farm, be sure to visit Amazon. I've made it really easy for you. There's a link in the description of this video. Take a second right now, subscribe, and now let me show you this cooler. I store a lot of my root vegetables in wine crates because it's pretty, and obviously I've wallpapered the inside of this cooler. You can watch that episode right here, because I want to feel inspired when I go to make a meal. So I love this space. I can keep it nice and tidy because it's big. I can keep it organized. I can walk in with a basket and select what I need to make the meal. And it just sort of keeps me in the right frame of mind for how much work it is to cook for 8 people, 3 meals a day, 7 days a week. I love these shelves. They're very reminiscent to me of a really beautiful Williams-Sonoma pantry. This is where I can store all of my fermented foods, any canned goods, all my bulk things from Azure. I like seeing everything organized, and it kind of gives me an idea of how to pace myself when I am making my grocery order, because I have a real opportunity to see everything at once. I do use this space as a refrigerator and a pantry because I don't have a proper pantry, but it's plenty big enough for that. As a farming family of 8, what we eat throughout the year definitely changes. In the spring, there's lots of baby greens and spring onions and fledgling produce. At the height of summer, of course, there's tomatoes and fresh cheeses. It's fall, so it's hunting season. All of the produce has been brought in. There's been a lot of canning and fermenting going on. Our diet absolutely changes with the seasons. Monthly, I make a trip south to Green Bay for my Azure Standard drop-off. Azure is a food co-op that specializes in delivering quality, bulk, and natural foods from across the country. They have everything from natural beauty items to animal feed, things for organic gardening. I love it because almost everything is organic and GMO-free. There's no membership. It's terribly convenient for me to make that one run and load up the truck and get it done in one fell swoop. Oh, these are organic.
Yeah.
More apples. Well, they're in season, so these are organic. And apples, they'll last in the cooler.
Good job, kiddo.
On mornings where I make this big run, I'm pretty exhausted by the time I get home. And on homeschool days, we tend to keep our lunch food really simple. I'm either tired from making the drive and doing all the unloading and loading, and my kitchen time in the middle of the day needs to be kept pretty easy so that I can focus on schooling, on making these YouTube videos, getting my podcast up, etc. Each week I make some sort of bone broth or stock. My children love it for sipping, and of course it's a great foundation to always have on hand for recipes and for soups. Being that it's fall and hunting season, our broth right now is made from wild turkey. And one night this week, I turned that stock and leftover meat pieces into a delicious spinach risotto with a glass of Note Blanche from Dry Farm Wines. Keeping with that autumnal fall hunting theme, another recipe that we enjoyed this week was a venison pot roast. I went out to the greenhouse, brought in some rosemary. We had that with wild mushrooms, cream from our cow, and a delicious big crusty loaf of einkorn sourdough. Each year, I hope to expand what we do on the farm as far as providing food for fresh eating and for storage. We now have a citrus tree that we move outside in the warm weather and bring inside for the winter. Our garden expanded again this year, and getting our dairy cow was a tremendous step in the right direction, as now we have gallons of fresh milk daily for drinking, yogurt, cheese making, buttermilk. I cannot say enough about the joys of a home dairy. It's a tremendous amount of work each day, but to be sure, the payoff is well worth it. We are literally creating food on our farm of such an amazing quality that we cannot go to the store and buy something of similar value. We are currently raising a beef cow, sheep, turkeys, and 2 feeder pigs. Much of that will be harvested by the end of this year. We just processed our wonderful ducks, and so now the freezers are full of carcasses for stock and duck breasts for delicious meals, and the cooler has plenty of duck confit for all the decadent meals for fall and winter.
Yeah.
Yes,
You're getting
colors.
cone, vanilla, and mint.
Yes. Should we follow
Breakfast food is something that I really enjoy, and this past week we enjoyed a family favorite, apple ricotta pancakes. With apples being in season and plenty of ricotta cheese that I make from the whey that's left over from the cheese making, these are a treat that are seasonal and delicious and get everyone's day off on the right foot. Maple syrup, a big slab of butter, who could complain about that? Our kitchen is usually crammed with people wanting to help, and that means kids' friends too. It's amazing to stand back and just watch the children do their thing. The girls and a friend made pasta this week. We browned some duck breasts and then cooked them with tomatoes, cream, onions, and red pepper flakes.
Do this one again. Uh-oh.
As a work-at-home mom with 6 children, I will share with you that there are some days where I just need things to be a little bit easier, and a fresh loaf of bread and granola are my main bailout go-tos. This week, along with our pancakes, we enjoyed organic granola and fresh milk and berries. I do save granola for those days when my work-at-home mom plate is really full. I'm very grateful to have something easy on hand those days. And I typically buy a 25-pound box each month from Azure. Anyone with small children knows the power of carbs. Having nutritious bread available for sandwiches or just bread and butter is a must-have. Nothing around here goes to waste, whether it's excess milk that I can feed to the pigs to help fatten them up, or whether it's bread that, oops, has gone stale that I can turn into buttered croutons. We started in on our apples this week and put up 11 gallons of applesauce so far. That's a long-standing tradition in our family. I have countless memories of making fall applesauce with my grandmother and the other women in my family. And so this morning, to celebrate those 11 gallons, I made what we call dirty eggs, a combination of sauteed onions, butter-coated breadcrumbs, herbs, some leftover cheese curds from some cheese making, and a side of applesauce. It's not gorgeous, but it is delicious.
Okay, could you smash that spider? I don't have to shoot that. Where? Right there.
Where? Oh, that's disgusting. What's so funny?
I don't want to refill the mic.
Oh. We'll share with you that our...
Here, Mom, don't get so flustered. You're fine.
In my
Someone stole my pants.
Okay, we'll find out.
You're not vegan?
What?
Unsubscribing.
Thank you for so much. Thank you for so much. Thank you for so much.
Thank you for so much subscribing.
Thank you for so much
I'm not
subscribing.
vegan.
Yep. Thank you so much for being here. I hope this shed a little light on how we grow our food, store our food, and how we eat our food. Be sure to get your copy of From France to the Farm. Check out this playlist right here. Be sure to subscribe, and I will see you very soon. A bientôt.